do, if you check all this,
administration moo ñu war a guide.
it's the administration that's supposed to guide us.
No, the law says you have to supervise the administration.
Nee na loi bi moom lu mu wax mooy yow sa bopp yaa war a supervise administration.
No, lu ma wax mooy comme for example the process of ne fii la war a jaar fii la war a jaar.
No,
CEO moo ko mën a guide.
What I'm telling you is about the process that we need to be guided by.
That's what I'm saying. The law requires that the mayor or the council, or the mayor and the council should supervise the administration.
Nee na loolu lam lay wax parce que loi bi moom daf ko tëral ne yow sa bopp mayor bi yéen a war a am yaa am warugal pour supervise.
So, for instance, the CEO should always know more than the finance director.
Nee na kon lu war mooy mu war a demee sax yow CEO yaa war a am xam-xam ba ëpp finance director wala xam.
Because in the management of council.
Nee na pour seet mbiri management council.
Because, for instance, if you look at the financial manual,
Nee na soo seetee si financial manual.
it tells you on page 11
Nee na page 11 lii la lay
that the
tëralee.
finance director,
Nee na finance director.
he will be specifically answerable to the chief executive.
moom mu ngi answer direct mu ngi uyu si chief executive.
So that if the CEO does not know more than the finance director,
Nee na kon CEO soo xamut ba ëpp finance director.
the CEO cannot manage the finance director. You understand that?
CEO cannot manage the finance director.
We agree on that.
Okay.
So that the respond, Mr. Bojang, you're tired. Mr. Bojang, do you take a break?
No, we go ahead.
Can I have just 5-10 minutes to round up?
Yes, all right.
Li
That's
council
one issue too. Yes.
ba ci li de xam naa ne mënuma wax ne xëj na du ma wax ne lu mu def moo ko tey de.
For Bachili, I cannot say what he did, he mean it.
waaye ba ci li yàgg na council de.
But Bachiru spent a long time in council.
ba ci li su fàttee bu tamit sax war naa mën a xam lu ma war a def.
Bachiri, even if he closes his eyes, he know what to do.
I agree with you.
waaye leena tamit de.
But one thing is,
soo amee PhD sax te amuloo team.
and if you have a PhD without a team,
loolu tamit dafa métti de.
it will be difficult.
I agree with you.
Nena nangonga.
Mr. Bachili
Nangona siya Mr. Bachili.
cannot be absolved.
Nena cannot be absorbed.
The finance director
Nena finance director
cannot be absolved.
cannot be absorbed.
The same way you have gracefully accepted your responsibility.
Nena kome yow ni nga xamne nangonga fi tay li nga xamne lolu nga war mo la lolu nga wara def.
Back to the point.
Nena suñu delo ci point bi.
The chairman or the mayor or the mayoress.
Nena chairman, mayor, or mayoress
must always be on top of things.
Nena toujours mom dafa wara nek ci kaw mbiri.
Effectively supervise.
Nena pour nga gis ne yow da nga wara effective di supervise effectively.
Do you understand that?
Nena understand nga lolu.
Wa lead council.
Yes, lead council.
Foog naa wax naa la ba sonn ne luñ ma wax rek laa mën a xam.
I told you repeatedly, whatever I am informed is what I supposed to know or what I know.
tey sa liggéey bi yaa ngi ko def noo ko war a mën a defee.
You are doing your job according to how you can do it.
because yaa ngi am assistant boo xam ne mu laa jàppale.
Because you got a very smart assistant who is just assisting you there.
waaye su fekkoon ne xëy na téeméeri kayit yi nga war a gis yëpp fukk yi denc na ko.
But if at all the 100 papers that you need to see, 10 of them are gone, nowhere you can enter.
yow tam doo mën a effective.
You cannot be effective.
I have 3 questions.
Nena am na ñetti ko laajte.
So that we round up.
Nena pour nga gis ne ñu mën a round.
For today.
Pour tey.
The first.
Nena bu njëkk bi mooy.
Is that you have a procurement unit.
Nena yow am nga procurement unit wala yéen am ngeen procurement unit.
You have a contracts committee.
Am ngeen contract wala am nga contract.
Did you know this before?
Nena mba xam nga li wala xam nga yëg nga li bala.
Did you know this before?
Nena xam nga li bala loolu.
wax naa la démb ma ne la man maa establish the procurement office in Banjul City Council.
I told you yesterday that I am the very person who established the procurement office in Banjul.
I understand the importance of the procurement office.
I understand the importance of the procurement unit.
moo tax bi ma ñëwee fekkuma ko fa.
This is why when I came and I found that there is none.
ma try suma level best pour make sure ne am na.
I tried my level best to see to it that it have.
And letters yi nga xam ne one of them yaa ngi ko fa amee.
You took from who did you succeed?
Nena yow.
Late Liber.
Liber.
Of blessed memories.
And the late Liber of blessed memories did not hand over to you.
nee na kooku moom def doon benn handover in.
ndax moom moo handover si man.
nee na waaw handover in.
You took over from him.
nee na yow si moom nga jëlee woon.
And you had said he didn't do a handover to you.
nee na te li nga waxoon fii mooy yow bi nga demee foofu.
non xam nga dafa am ñu fa nekkoon interim moo fa dee nekk.
There was an interim.
Who was the interim?
nee na kan moo fa nekkoon interim.
The late I cannot remember how much of them.
I cannot remember.
Yeah, so there was no handover from either the late Liber or the interim.
nee na kon dafa mel ni ñaari yëpp kenn defut handover yi jógee ko Liber di late Liber ak di interim tamit.
I think normally it's not the mayors that do the handing over. So ñi nekk interim ñoo war a def the handing over.
I think nekkut mayor. I don't think it's the mayor who should or supposed to do the handing over.
Because
it's the one
at def elections.
Yeah.
So at that time, within that time, 3 months, so you know, there was an interim there. So interim bobu mo waroon def the handing over to me. Why unfortunately joxuñ ma anything.
As I said earlier on, it's not the mayor who used to make handing over. It's the interim. But unfortunately, when I came, as I said, there was none.
Now, when you took over from the late Liber, if there were problems, naturally, like I said, any administration, no matter how perfect, when there is a transition, there would be things to improve on.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, the laws regulating the area council, they were always present, correct?
Correct?
Like the financial manual is there?
Financial manual,
correct?
Yeah.
Please respond.
Yes.
Yes.
The Local Government Act and its amendments were present.
The Local Government Act,
the finance
amendments are present.
And Audit Act.
Finance and Audit Act.
The constitution is there.
The constitution is there.
So it's a matter of familiarizing yourself with these laws. I mean, you and your council that are coming in. This has nothing to do with handing over.
The council, it seems like they can understand Lumawa.
No.
I'm telling you,
you don't understand what I mean.
When we were coming in,
there
was nothing like a procurement office.
It
wasn't there.
Like a procurement office.
Procurement was done by the finance director.
The procurement was done by the finance director.
I agree with that.
So procurement office
I agree with that.
We set up the procurement office.
We set up the procurement.
And it's a good initiative.
Exactly, this is what I'm saying. So it means
it means is that
you will see it from the correspondence.
You will see it from the correspondence.
So it means that the time being
it seems that the time while we were there.
But until you am the procurement office.
Until we have the procurement office.
We were just doing it just like the CEO Moidem Jinda or the finance director Moidem Jindi.
We are doing that. Sometimes the CEO will go and purchase, or
I understand you.
Go and purchase.
Hear me out. I understand you. It's the other way around. You didn't understand my point. You would have done some improvement in council, no matter what. You agree with that? I did not dispute that. If you took over and you said there was no procurement unit, you created a procurement unit. When was this?
For now, it was created 2019.
That's a plus. Now, how did you create a procurement unit? Because you knew it had to happen for effective governance. Is that not the case?
Yes.
Yes.
That's my point. And so my point is, the one thing that every incoming administration will inherit is the working tools of council. So that when a payment is made in a wrong way, it is not the problem of the previous administration. It's the problem of the current administration. Because the law remains. That is my point. And you will agree with me with that. The same way I agree with you regarding you initiating a new procurement unit,
nena ko be mom num nangu ci yow ci initiative bi
which is a good initiative.
bi nga xamne bobu initiative bu bala.
So the same way the laws are there as well.
Nena be legi loi bang fa ñu fa de.
Li council xam nga lu tax may la wax li.
Lead council
No, let's just clear that.
I understand now.
We just clear that part first. I understand you are helping the commission to come up with realistic issues and problems that were faced on a daily basis. And just on this part, so to move on,
why I tell you
that the procurement was created because there is the need for procurement and it is a plus on your side. But the laws also are one component that were naturally there and received regardless of whether there's a handing over or not. Whoever comes will meet them there. Whoever comes will meet them there. That's also a fact.
Yes.
The problem here is not even about the handing over.
The problem here is not about the handing over.
Because every problem, I'm going to solve it.
Because every problem has a way of solving it.
When I saw handing over,
when I saw that there is
I was just standing like that alone.
I was just standing like that alone.
We quickly mobilized Banjulians.
Banjulians.
My problem is not that.
My problem is not that.
My problem is you have a mandate from 2018.
My problem is that we have a mandate from 2018.
So, man manginyo office May 2018.
I came to office May 2018.
So, whatever you see from 2018 of that May.
Whatever you see from 2018 of that May.
To December 2018.
To December 2018.
The rest assortment doesn't go through the right channel of procurement because the office was not there.
The rest assured it doesn't go in the right channel because what happened there wasn't like that office.
On creating the procurement office.
It
was not there when you took over from Laiba's administration. And you came up with the procurement unit.
And Yawata is the procurement unit before.
I agree, and the credit is yours. I don't know you don't like taking credit, Lord Mayor. I'm just saying that hear me out, just part of the administration that you have received are the laws to move with. The financial manual were there, the act is there, and all the relevant laws are there. Is that a fact?
Yes. I want you to assist me. What I'm telling you is that
2018 June.
Yes.
June 2018.
Imagine the book B.
When I was buying this book.
Imagine the pencil B.
When I was buying this pencil.
It was not done through procurement, legal procurement way.
It doesn't went through legal procurement.
Because the procurement office was not there.
Because there wasn't like any.
So it's either CEO be more than
So it was the CEO who went to buy it.
Or the finance director be
more than the financial director.
So lolu soko inde tay fi.
But for that, if you bring it here,
it's all. It doesn't go through procurement. Yes, it doesn't go. Yes, it doesn't go. Yes. Lolu rek nga dega because it was not there.
That is only the answer you should hear because it wasn't there.
Let me correct you on that. For the payments of Fatumbenga.
You asked for 5 minutes. It's almost.
Yes. Let me just have 2 more questions, Chair.
Yes. Please round up.
The first is the payments for Fatumbenga. Please interpret that. Please interpret that. Oh, okay, you are drinking.
Excuse me?
No, you are tired.
Yes.
The chair says you are tired, that's why, Mr. Really? Today. Really? The payments made to Fatumbenga on your behalf are mainly for 2022 onwards. You understand? These ones, they were already procurement unit.
Is
that right?
Very well.
Very well.
Good. The last question is that there was an incident where you purchased LED lights from Senegal.
Nena danga jëndoon ay LED lights Senegal.
You recall this?
Nena mun nga fàttaliku li? Yes, I do.
GPPA.
Nena GPPA
refused to grant your request to single source this.
Nena dañu bañoon pour grant sa request bi pour single source.
But you still went ahead and authorized the purchase of the LED lights.
Nena way ba léegi nga daldi go ahead nga joxe cadeau pour ñu jënd LED lights moy lampa.
That is the evidence we have gathered.
Nena li moy evidence bi nga xam ne am nañ ko fi.
Is that correct?
Nena nda dëgg la.
Li council.
Did council.
Ne GPPA dañu reject that procurement.
Yes.
Wallahi fi la ko déggee si commission bi la.
That is news to me from this commission that the GPP have rejected the request or the single source.
Musuma déggal loolu si Adama Awa.
I have never ever heard of that.
Man the only thing lu ma xam mooy tukki naa.
The only thing that I know was that I traveled.
Ma ñëw.
Came.
ñu ne ma GPPA jox nañu lefen pour ñu jënd bagage yi.
And I was informed that the GPPA have given the green light for us to buy the
Camera moo ko wax.
It was camera.
Mr. the CEO.
Nena CEO.
Okay, finish what you were saying.
Nena mun nga jeexal foofu.
Camera moo ko wax.
It was camera who informed me.
Ma oo CEO bi si boppam.
I called CEO himself.
Ma laaj ko kañ nga ñëw war a jënd lampa yi.
I asked him when are we purchasing the LED lights.
Ma ne ko parce que dafa ojan fu mu nekk nii Tabakoro life naka lëndëm na lëndëm boo xam ne.
Because I told him it's very urgent. Tabacco Road is very dark.
Te time boobu noonu jësiti ñu ngi door di génn.
That time there was crocodiles coming out of the water.
Letter boobu noonu according to CEO.
That letter, according to the CEO.
Camera si boppam moo ko binda.
Camera was the very person who wrote it.
The evidence we have gathered and the CEO, Mr. Bachili,
evidence bi nga xam ne am nañ ko fo ak CEO Mr. Bachili.
confirmed and corroborated that evidence.
Nena moom wax na ko te li nga wax ànd na ak moom lu mu wax.
Is that the rejection is here? Is that when GPA rejected?
Nena rejection bi mu ngi ni ci loxoom nena GPA bu mu rejecté.
The mayor.
Nena mayor bi.
Said they should go ahead.
Nena li mu wax mooy toog ngeen dem leen def leen
That
ko.
she will not sit and allow crocodiles to cause problems in Banjul.
Nena because yow moom lu wax mooy CEO bi yow wax nga ne doo toog wala doo mën a toog nga gis ne crocodile wala jëset yi def nañ problème Banjul.
I'm not worried much about the comment. I'm not worried about the comment.
Nena moom affaire wax bi comment bi moom warul ku baax loolu.
I was not there.
Nena fekkew ko nekkoon.
Even though the witnesses state so.
Nena comme ko xam even witness bi su waxee loolu sax moom fekkew.
Why will the council go ahead with the procurement all the way to Senegal when it has already been rejected for very legal reasons by GPPA?
Nena lu tax. Council bi dal di continuer dem jënd lampa yi Sénégal te fekka GPPA bi dañ leen reject.
Lead council. Man duma toog fii ma fenal Bachili.
I will not sit here and tell lies to Bachili. Or make Bachili tell lies.
Suma diggante Yàlla rek lay wax.
Between myself and God, that is what I am speaking from.
Li ma ko xamal yëpp xamaluma ko fenn nag.
All what I told him or what I let him know, I have never known it from anywhere.
Nit sooy wax rek nga wax sa digga.
If somebody is saying something, try to say the truth.
How ma da oversight la si moom.
I don't know whether it was an oversight from him.
Waaye su fekkoon ne GPPA dañ reject lii ma ne ko Bachili demal def ko dinaa taxaw fii tey ma ne damaa ko wax.
Well, if I told the GPP I have rejected this and I told him to go and do it, today when I'm here, I would say exactly.
Did you request for the approval?
Then another request for approval.
When they told you that it was approved, did you request for it?
Then approval with another request. No.
How ma da GPPA.
Maybe that was your mistake.
Waaw mooy lu ma la wax xam nga lead council.
As what I'm telling you, lead council.
Sooy liggéeyal nit tamit foog nga jox ko the benefit of the doubt. Nekkut ne Bachili lu ma wax rek dama ko ne ko indil kayit bi.
Whatever you are doing, when you are working with people, you need to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Foog ma am trust boo xam ne.
It doesn't mean that whatever he tell me, I say bring the paper and I write it, but I need to trust him.
The procurement was not even conducted by the procurement unit, by the contracts committee.
Nena tesoko sete nena procurement bisane kune procurement office nyoko conduct wala contracts.
The manner in which this procurement was done.
Nena nga gis ne mbir mi yoon mi nga xamne bobu ngeen ko jël pour def li
could not have been done.
Nena war leen ko da def sax
if at all.
Su fekkee ne
the area council followed the GPPA regulation.
su fekkee ne area council bi dafa toppa GPPA regulation.
And so to go, in fact, all the way to Senegal,
nee na waaye pour tukki sa dem jógee ko fi dem ba Sénégal.
without, in fact, the procurement method,
nee na soo ko seetee si procurement method bi.
there was no procurement method followed.
nee na benn procurement method topp leen ko.
So this is a problem.
nee na lii moomu isi teexa bi.
But I want to stop there.
nee na waaye dafa bëgg a em fii.
I don't want to be reminded again of the time.
nee na bëggut pour ñu xelal ko ne waxtu jot na wala romb
So
na.
on my part, I will stop there.
nee na pour moom fii la moo fault.
But we will proceed with this matter.
nee na waaye lii moom léegi fu mu ne nii nañ ko tegangum su ñëwaatee ñu jeexal ko.
So ma mayee Madam Chair 1 minute rek ma wax la Sénégal bi naka la ñëwee.
Honorable Mayor, we will continue because we have a lot of issues that we need to discuss with you. This is just the start. Now it's time.
May I apply that the registrar give the witness copies of the
Is this an admitted document?
Yes.
All right.
To give copies to the witness so that the witness will have access to the copies to better advise herself.
Okay.
Coming on Monday.
Madam Chair, dama don apply pour dama dem tukki tay dama am board meeting in Mauritania.
All right.
So I'll be back on Tuesday. Why Tuesday dañ am gan UN Habitat is coming because ñom ñoo ñu don defal VLR bi. So dañoo ñëw pour inaugurate the VLR. So dafa mel ni the whole of next week ñom ñu ngi fi.
All right. We would interpose your evidence, and that should be next week. Should be. Today is what? June 27. So next week. So we will see you on the 7th of July. So we'll expect to see you on Monday 7th of July at 10.
7th of July?
Yes. That would have taken the 1 week. We would have given you the 1 week, and we will interpose your evidence. So we may rise. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.